Spline settings are found on the right mouse button menu. In the Spline Property Manager, and at Tools, Options, Sketch. Some of these settings are duplicated in various locations, and some are not. If the control polygon is not shown on a spline, there are two ways it can be turned on. The first is to simply right-click on the spline and select Control Polygon from the menu. The second method is found at Tools, Options, System Options, Sketch. Spline handles don't display by default unless they've been changed from their default positions. The settings and options in the Spline Property Manager are the ones requiring the most explanation. In the Options panel, Maintain Internal Continuity is used to prevent a spline from getting a sharp kink in it when the spline handle tangency magnitude is used asymmetrically. It's a good idea to have this turned on all the time. Generally, if you want to create a sharp discontinuity at a point, it's best to use two different splines without tangency or curvature sketch relations. In the Parameters panel, the first box enables you to cycle through all the control points of a spline. The next two boxes control the X and Y positions of the point selected in the first box. The next two boxes control the spline handle's tangency weighting in the two directions. If one of the values is grayed out and has a 0 value assigned, the selected point is an endpoint. The box with the angle dimension controls the tangency direction. Remember that both the magnitude and direction of the handles can be controlled with dimensions. Reset this handle resets the handle to default values. Selecting the handle and pressing the Delete key on the keyboard does the same thing. Reset All Handles does the same thing for all the handles on the spline. Relax Spline is a function you need to do now and then when a spline becomes unmanageable in a certain way. For example, in this spline, in the area indicated, using Relax Spline would smooth out the kink between the control points. When moving a control point, the spline may act as if a portion of it is stiffer than the rest. This can happen particularly when you move a control point along the length of a spline, or when control points are moved after handles have been edited. Last, the proportional toggle enables you to resize the entire spline by dragging the endpoints, keeping the overall shape intact.